Saturn sextiles Uranus for the first time since 1997, colliding the old with the new, the slow with the fast, tradition with innovation. These two astro giants are an unlikely pair, but when they work together, they can bring powerful change, steady revolution, and immeasurable success. Get ready to see history happen. I'm here to tell you more and to break it down for all 12 signs. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer and astrology teacher specializing in natal, relationship, predictive, electional, and locational astrology readings. If you enjoy my work, take a few seconds, few moments of your time to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Do me a favor and watch more of my videos. That is how YouTube algorithm knows to send more people my way, helps me grow. You are a major part of each success. Anything that I go through, I am thankful for you guys. So yeah, watch more of my content. If you want to show your support a different way, you can also say thank you by buying me a tea, a coffee, a croissant, any token of appreciation. Thank you for that. Before we dive in, I am teaching a natal astrology blueprint of the soul course. If you are feeling lost in this world, if you feel anxious by things changing so fast and a sense of not having any control, if you're struggling with sleep, reading self-help books, astrology can give you control. It starts by understanding yourself, your unique, seeing your strengths, seeing your unique blueprint, the energy that you came into this world with, transforming your weaknesses into your greatest assets and becoming more empowered. Join us to learn more. Visit my website. There's also more information in the description. Sign up and study astrology. On my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com, you can also find the offerings I have, such as my readings. Natal is the perfect introduction, the perfect first reading anyone should get because it breaks down your chart. Relationship is good for compatibility. There's year ahead, a predictive reading, or solar return, another predictive option, best done right around your birthday. I also can do a locational chart reading, looking at the best places in the world for you to live. Electional astrology, helping you choose the right date for your wedding or major event. So all of that is at anastasiadoesastrology.com. Additionally, since we are talking about the old with the new, the serious, stern Saturn coming together with the lovely revolutionary Uranus, I'd like to highlight my beautiful Fire of Aries candle. It's actually lit up right here behind me. This one captures the sun, the moon, and Jupiter in Aries. The primary energy is the moon-Jupiter conjunction, which tends to expand, optimism, all of the Arian quality, action, optimism, new beginnings, risk-taking, courage, right? It can bring you success, it can bring inspiration, it can bring good luck because of that Jupiter influence. And since we are in Aries season, it is a perfect accompaniment for the Aries season because it also brings that boost of the moon and Jupiter together. So highly recommend this for anyone seeking success, seeking support of people in power. If you're trying to launch a business, you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you're trying to speak in public, this is the candle for you. Astrological recommendations: anyone born with their sun in Libra or Aquarius, signs of fall and detriment, sun in the 6th, 8th, or 12th houses, sun conjunct, square, or opposite Saturn, which may dim the light of your sun. And yeah, check it out. I love this candle. It smells like honeydew melon, which is the smell I'm currently wrapped around in. So find it at anastasiadoesastrology.com. Thank you for listening. Let's talk about Saturn sextile Uranus. So the exact aspect occurs on April 4th, but it is in effect between March 21st and April 18th when the two are within a degree of each other. Even more so, this aspect gets activated by Mars being in the mix. So we have Saturn in Pisces right now, Uranus in Taurus. And Mars in Cancer is trining Saturn and sextiling Uranus. So it's making connections to both of them. And so it's picking up the energy of this sextile and sort of boosting it. The sextile is happening at 24 degrees 56 minutes of Pisces and Taurus. So it will be especially beneficial if you have planets, angles, north node, nodes, stars, if you pay attention to the stars, between 22 and 28 degrees, fixed, mutable earth and water signs. So a lot of zodiac signs will benefit from this aspect. So 22 to 28 degrees, and we're looking at earth and water primarily. So those are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And then additionally, because it's a mutable fixed, you might add Aquarius into the mix, Leo into the mix, Sagittarius and Gemini as well. So almost every sign, right? It affects, but you want to look at those degrees between 22 and 28. So we don't get a lot of aspects between Saturn and Uranus, right? The last aspect before this was happening in 2021 when the Saturn and Uranus were squaring each other. Uranus would have been in Taurus, Saturn would have been in Aquarius at the time, and we would have dealt with a lot of kind of tension between convention and progress, innovation and stability, right? And so when the two are squaring, which is what we were dealing with in 2021, it's a harsher energy. It's a more difficult aspect. Right now we are in a sextile, and sextile is of the nature of Venus, and it has beautiful energy connected to it. So before we talk about what it brings, right, let's talk a little bit about Saturn and Uranus as two separate planets. Saturn is connected to duties, hard work, realism, harsh realizations, knowledge of things ending. It's the planet of tradition. It's the planet of karma. It's the planet that often limits us sometimes for our own benefit. Sometimes it feels restrictive. Saturn is slow, right? It sort of brings change, but maybe slowly. It makes you work for it. Versus Uranus is anything but slow, right? Uranus is connected to Prometheus. Uranus is connected to the rebel, revolutionary. The energy of Uranus is that of change, that of transformation, that of excitement. How can you not even talk about Uranus with a certain spark of excitement? Uranian energy is fast, it's unpredictable. Whenever we astrologers try to talk about Uranus, the biggest synonym of Uranus is expect the unexpected, because try as you might, you can never fully describe it accurately. Uranus is considered the higher octave of Mercury. It's another planet of intellect, but it's not the planet that just gathers the facts and maybe transforms the data like Gemini and Virgo might do. It's the planet that seeks to bring enlightenment on many levels. So what do we get when Saturn and Uranus come together? Like I said, in 2021, the two squared each other, and square is tense. Square is like two cars trying to go at the same time at a crossroads, at a intersection. When they sextile, it's easier to find balance between the old and the new, the fast and the slow, the innovation and tradition, right? So things we can expect are the union of Saturn and Uranus in a harmonious way. So we take the discipline, we take the hard work, we take the stability, the steadiness. That's why I called it steady revolution, right? And then we take the innovation, the revolution, the progress. And so you're able to bring change into your workplace, into your life. You're able to pursue projects and take calculated risks. Stable risk-taking, stable innovation, slow revolution, right? So collectively, there may be some reforms, hopefully, that come in that make our world a little better. Personally, there may be opportunity to make, like, let's say you're making an investment. Let's say you're someone who never invests money, never plays lottery, never plays in casinos, right? Like, and you do research, Saturn, and you make an investment and you maybe make some money from it. It's not necessarily going to be like a crazy windfall. It might be, but there is that sense of like, you are cold-minded, you're rational, right? You're grounded, your knowledge helps you find success. So you have the power to update the old, to improve the old, to bring new beginnings into something that's Saturnian, maybe, that is like an kind of an organization or a family structure. So transforming boundaries in the family, transforming traditions in the family, transforming technology that is being used in a company that's maybe, once again, is very sort of crystallized. It's a great time for innovations, renovations, right? It could be a great time for leading, helping, empowering others, mentoring, anything that can benefit from that sort of steady progress can benefit at this time. So we're going to talk about what this means for 12 signs, but it's also worth knowing that Mars, like I said, gets in the mix. Mars being in Cancer, it sextiles Uranus, which is another symbol of like action hero connecting with the quirky tech guy, right? You can think of Uranus as like, I mean, it's not going to be like humble and quiet as tech guys might be. It's like the nerd, but it's like big and bright and bold. But you have the action hero connecting with this like know-it-all, let's go underground, let's bust through the roof type of energy. And then you also have Mars trine Saturn, which again, it's like the action hero, the quirky like god with superpowers and super knowledge, and Cronus, which is like the serious general that has been through it all before, and they're not fighting each other, right? They're actually working together. So quite lovely. And this is part 1 of 3. The first sextile happens on April 4th. It comes back again on August 11th, 2025, and then again January 20th, 2026. So pay attention. And like I said, this energy is pretty much already in effect. So it's a great time to potentially introduce innovations and improvements instead of letting this aspect pass you by and not being aware of it. It would benefit you more if you pay attention and if you become the protagonist and the hero. Let's take a look at the 12 rising signs to see what kind of opportunities this might be bringing up for you. Before that, a reminder that my class, Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul, begins soon. Sign up so you can join me and other astrology lovers, and we can we can look at your natal chart, decipher all the planets, signs, houses, aspects, and give you tangible knowledge that can help you live your life better. If you want to be a professional astrologer, I will give you information for that. I will give you enough knowledge and foundations for that. And if you're just a casual astrology lover, it can actually help you know how to use your charts to the best of your advantage. So there's a link down below for you to sign up and join my course. And let's take a look. If you are an Aries rising, Saturn in the 12th house will sextile Uranus in your 2nd. Opportune time for business, professional action that takes you away. Saturn in the 12th allows you to get in touch with your healing abilities, to get in touch with your hidden dreams, your hidden goals and interests, and Uranus lets you use them to your advantage, right? Uranus is in the 2nd house, so maybe you discover that your love for astrology can turn into an app, and so you design an app dedicated to astrology. Or maybe your love for travel can be turned into a business in a blog. This can also feel like a very healing transit, but I do like that there is this opportunity to release something, a negative self-belief, perhaps connected to home and family, to early childhood, to where you're meant to live and how you're meant to be, with a trine to Mars in the 4th house. And there's also an opportunity to unravel something and bring something from the subconsciousness into consciousness, and maybe even make a profit out of it, right? And if you're not seeking to make a profit out of something, then it could just be about building your own confidence. Great time with Uranus in the 2nd house and Saturn in the 12th, honestly, to make investments. And to make investments maybe in the 12th house matters. So here we'll look at like mental health whether you're investing into your own mental health by hiring a therapist, or you're investing into some kind of like mental health company, travel industry, imaginative industry, Reiki company, or something like that. Like making investments in soulful spiritual pursuits is great around this time. If you're seeking more, sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course to gain control over your life, become more empowered, more self-aware, and able to read natal charts for yourself or people in your life. Even if you're not planning to become a professional astrologer, this is super helpful for building healthy, stable relationships. Find out more at anastasiadoesastrology.com, or book a personal reading on there so we can talk face to face and I can alleviate some of your stresses and concerns. If you are a Taurus rising, Saturn in the 11th house sextiles Uranus in the 1st and trines Mars in the 3rd. Here you have a chance to show up as a change maker, as an innovator, as a pioneer in your community, and maybe start a business with the trine to Mars in the 3rd, or bring a new partner, find maybe a writing partner in your community, or collaborate with a sibling, or open a company in your neighborhood, start teaching yoga lessons in your neighborhood, some kind of like bringing new fresh energy into your community, and doing so with a sense of responsibility. Saturn has been in your 11th house since March 2023. How has it changed your friendships? How has it revealed to you that you are not just meant to be a player in the game of life? How did it show you that you're meant to be the main character, that you're meant to be the protagonist, right? Saturn in the 11th is that. It is about like, what do you have to offer to your community? In the end of the day, what do you want to be known for? And so Uranus gives you that sort of that innovator role and Promethean role. What is the fire that you're bringing from God's down to earth? And with the trine to Mars in the 3rd, you may do that with your words, you may do that with your actions, you may do that with your body, right? If we're talking about like physical training, yoga teaching, things like that. If you're seeking more guidance, join my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course, where we decipher natal astrology, teach you to be more confident, more self-aware, helping you gain control over the turbulent life. Sign up at anastasiadoesastrology.com. Additionally, you can book a reading on my website and pick up this beautiful Fire of Aries candle, or anything else you desire. For the lovely Gemini rising, Saturn in the 10th house sextiles Uranus in the 12th, trines Mars in the 2nd. If you have been feeling restless, if you have been feeling on edge, if you have been feeling like something in your life needs to end, this could be the time you take that leap. Uranus in the 12th, Saturn in the 10th, a chance to let go of a toxic professional situation. A chance to free yourself from something that is weighing you down, dragging you down, makes you feel overwhelmed, overworked, overloaded, burned out, whichever word fits, pick that one. So quite freeing this transit may be. I feel like I'm talking to like Master Yoda a little bit. Quite a good character to talk like. He's my favorite. So there's also trine to Mars in the 2nd. So whatever leap you're taking, it brings you a sense of freedom, and it maybe introduces new opportunities to make money, right? Besides quitting a job or cutting off something unhealthy, this could also be a chance to commit to something. Maybe you're committing to spiritual project, maybe you're committing to an imaginative project. Uranus in the 12th house can make you more aware of what needs to be healed, what needs to be expressed, what needs to be brought into consciousness. And let's not forget that Uranus is about to go into your 1st house, right? So there's a lot of kind of inner cleansing going on. But powerful opportunity for like either letting go of something professionally or maybe birthing something professional, right? It's going to be that like slow, steady revolution in your professional sector. And because there's also a trine to Mars in the second, maybe you've just recently gained some money. Maybe you've gained an inheritance, or you won a lottery or something. And so there is this opportunity to use the resources that came your way in a way that helps you feel more secure, more stable, more attuned to yourself. If you're seeking more, sign up for a Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course. Together, we will dive into your unique astrological blueprint, discover your strength, help you transform weaknesses into assets, and find control and stability in the turbulent world we live in. Additionally, on my website, you can book a reading to talk to me face-to-face and discuss your concerns. All of that is at anastasiadoesastrology.com. The beautiful Cancer rising, Saturn in your 9th house is sextiling Uranus in the 11th and trining Mars in the 1st. So Saturn in the house of education, travel, writing, legal matters, publishing, beliefs and philosophies. Sextile Uranus in the house of community and hopes and dreams and wishes and sort of larger purpose, right? With the trine to Mars in the 1st. You are gearing up to take action. You are gearing up to, there may be a legal action that you are pursuing with the help of someone in your network, Uranus in the 11th, like freeing yourself from something, right? There may be connections you're letting go of with Uranus in the 11th, like friendships, but also beliefs. If there has been any beliefs that have felt sort of crusted and old and unhealthy for you, this could be a very powerful like mind shift, this transit. And because it comes back around in August and again in January 2026, maybe the mind transformation you're going through brings an actual tangible change in terms of your work, in terms of your place of living, in terms of your education, even potentially. I love this for any educator for sure, like studying to reach your dreams, studying to help the world, right? Uranus in the 11th, teaching a course, coming up with some kind of innovative idea that involves education, that involves writing, publishing, like app making, anything like that is quite beautiful over here. If you're seeking more, sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course. Classes begin soon. Together, we will dive into your unique astrological blueprint, help you understand your strength, improve on your weaknesses, and find life that is more fulfilled and full of meaning and stability. Find that at anastasiadoesastrology.com. Sign up today. And if you're seeking a personal consultation, you can also book a reading on there to talk to me face-to-face. For the lovely Leo rising, Saturn in your 8th house sextiles Uranus in the 10th, trines Mars in the 12th. So Saturn in the 8th is teaching you financial, what's the word for that? Financial awareness. I feel like there's a different word. Literacy, financial literacy, right? It's sort of teaching you that not every partnership and every relationship is worth pursuing. It's revealing karma around partnerships and relationships. And with a sextile Uranus in the 10th, there may be some kind of exciting opportunity to upgrade your career, whether it's because you're quitting your job and starting a business, or it's because you're getting a raise and you're having more freedom to maybe let go of certain connections, to pay off certain debts, to clear certain dependencies. With the trine to Mars in the 12th, I can see this as a very spiritual transit. It could be very healing as you maybe ask questions around death and loss, and you mourn people that have recently passed away. It could also be another like very opportune time when the planets align, the people align, and like I said, financially, maybe you get a really positive bonus and you are able to let go of a debt or let go of something that's been kind of holding you back. So in that sense, it's a really nice transit. Forgive me, I'm just trying to adjust my hair real fast. Yeah, so I don't know if I did it. Now I'm like distracted. But yeah, so opportunities to clear debts, opportunities to also maybe let go of karmic debts, or just like discover more inner alignment, more peace, more healing. Hidden benefactors for sure too, people that support you. And Saturn in the 8th may also reflect your partner's resources, and maybe partner going through some kind of beneficial situation where their finances improve and their resources are more supportive. So maybe you're even starting a partnership with someone that offers you more financial and professional freedom. Share how this resonates. For more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com to book your personal reading and join my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course, where we can dive into your unique astrological blueprint, decipher your chart, learn about your strength, improve upon your weaknesses, and help you live life with fulfillment and stability. For the beautiful Virgo rising, Saturn in the 7th house sextiles Uranus in the 9th, trines Mars in the 11th. Here you have a chance to innovate your place of living, to innovate your education by going back to school, or by maybe changing your role in the education field, to even change your beliefs around relationships and partnerships, maybe start new partnerships. With Saturn in the 7th, there's this like slow and steady rational attitude towards friendship, towards partnerships, business relationships. So I think I can see this as like a really great opportunity to start an alliance, or start a relationship with someone who is like-minded, someone who maybe is in education, someone who is a writing, like a publisher, and you bring your idea to them, kind of connecting with mentors, allies, with a purpose of expanding your network, reaching more people, reaching new dreams, is really beautiful here. And because Saturn is in the 7th as well, for some of you, if you're like about to get engaged, this could be a sign of engagement, or this could be a sign of marriage, because Uranus in the 9th house being legal matters, like your legal situation gets changed, your last name gets changed because you're getting married. So romantic developments are quite likely, as well as developments in the life of your partner. Like something is changing, and maybe they are getting a chance to move and you're moving with them, or their job transforms, or their network transforms, and it also ends up affecting you. Share how this resonates, and for more guidance, visit anastasiadoesastrology.com to book your one-on-one consultation, or to sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course, where we will discover your strengths, improve upon your weaknesses, and help you gain control over the turbulent, difficult, and unpredictable life. All of that is at anastasiadoesastrology.com. For the beautiful Libra rising, Saturn in the 6th house will sextile Uranus in the 8th, all the while trining Mars in the 10th. So this is very professionally heavy, right? We have Saturn in the 6th house of work, labors of love, blood, sweat, and tears, sextiling Uranus in the 8th house of other people's resources, other people's money, other people's traumas, right? So on some level, you're like finding this healing energy within yourself. Maybe you're connecting with other people and healing their problems, right? Like this could be a really important, maybe for a lawyer who finds a new client, a therapist who makes like a new partnership, starts a new partnership, or anyone who seeks like a new collaboration. This could be a great opportunity for new relationships, right? A chance to pay off a debt, maybe clear a project, let go of some project that feels heavy, say no to something, or say yes to a new collaboration, new relationship, new partnership. With the trine to Mars in the 10th, your focus is on your status, your reputation, your professional life. So it could be a chance to kind of upgrade your attitudes, your finances, your relationships, and how much you depend and give to others to create more ease in your professional life. Even with Uranus in the 8th, you like outsource some of your work to somebody else, or you use AI for something to help you maybe brainstorm some ideas, or you figure out like a different workaround. So yeah, like either you're like collaborating with someone else, or you're freeing yourself from maybe something that feels heavy and difficult. If you're seeking more, visit AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com to book a reading with me, or to sign up and join my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course. If you feel unstable, anxious in this world that feels like we have no control over anything, the least you can do is to become familiar with yourself, to become a friend to yourself. And you do that by learning your chart, by discovering your strength, transforming your weaknesses, and through that you find inner stability, and then you can help people around you feel more stable, become that beacon of light that other people gravitate towards. All of that is at AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com. For the beautiful Scorpio rising, Saturn in the 5th house sextiles Uranus in the 7th, trines Mars in the 9th. This could be very romantic off the bat, right? Saturn in the 5th house of romance, pleasure, parenthood, children. Sextile Uranus in the 7th of marriage, partnership. So you decide to start trying to get pregnant. You decide to maybe hire a nanny. You decide to start some kind of, there is an opportunity through your relationships, partnerships, and maybe business connections to bring more pleasure into your romantic life and into your personal life. If it's not romantic for you, the sextile to Uranus in the 7th might be just the connection you need, just the opportunity you need, just the person who has the knowledge that can be helpful to you. Because there is a trine to Mars in the 9th. If any of you are working on a book, if any of you are studying something, if any of you are trying to bring your vision to light, there is definitely a chance to perhaps again find a mentor, start a partnership, find people that can be guides to you. And with Saturn in the 5th, it's also, I think, it can definitely be connected to children for those of you who are parents. Maybe your child has been going through a bit of a growing pain period, right? Growing pains period. Or you've been looking for a school for your child or something like that. And there could be sort of developments there, especially with a trine to Mars in the 9th. A new school, a new teacher, maybe even you're moving so that you can be closer to like the right school or the right community for your children. So anything around relationships is very much nice here. If you're seeking more, visit AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com to book your reading and talk to me face-to-face, or sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course to gain control over your life. If you are a Sagittarius rising, Saturn in the 4th house sextiles Uranus in your 6th, while trining Mars in the 8th. There are opportunities here to take calculated risks when it comes to real estate, when it comes to property, when it comes to family and health. And let's start with the last because it just popped into my head. If we're talking about health and even family in the mix, right? Saturn in the 4th, sextile Uranus in the 6th. Maybe you are exploring IVF to start a family. Very Uranian, right? Maybe you're freezing your eggs, which is also using technology, using modern medicine to help you start a family. In terms of home and property, this could also be an opportunity to maybe outsource some of the work, to maybe upgrade your house, to bring, AI into your house to help you deal with some chores. There may be a chance to innovate, like renovate your property, or some kind of problem solving when it comes to people that feel like duties in your life. Let's say you're helping your mother in her home and you find a way to outsource some of that, or you find a way to get your mom a piece of technology that can actually help her schedule appointments, right? So you don't need to maybe be there every time she needs you. The trine to Mars in the 8th also feels very healing, like making peace with some maybe difficult decisions, getting rid of some debts, clearing some sort of karmic dependencies, and even starting new patterns in relationships. I like Mars in the 8th house for that, where you don't always have to do things the same exact way, and Uranus in the 6th house is suggesting that. And for those of you that feel somehow restless in your job, or you feel ready for some kind of professional shift, the Saturn in the 4th sextile Uranus in the 6th could be just that. There could be a shift maybe where you start to work less and spend more time with family, or you start to work from home more, some type of like innovations in the house of everyday life, work and sort of hard labors in order to create more balance, security, peace, and stability in your life. If you're seeking more guidance, visit AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com and book your reading today, or sign up for a Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course. To discover more about your unique natal chart, befriend your strength, transform weaknesses into assets, and find life full of meaning and fulfillment. For the lovely Capricorn rising, Saturn in your 3rd house sextiles Uranus in the 5th, while trining Mars in the 7th. I like this for creative partnerships a lot. Saturn in the 3rd has been teaching you that your words matter, that your ideas are valid. It has been encouraging you to think deeply about your knowledge and to maybe dig really deeply in some kind of topic through learning, through self-education. And now the sextile to Uranus in the 5th house allows you to get a little bit more playful and maybe take this serious knowledge and apply it to designing a game or designing a novel, writing a book. There could also be new beginnings in relationships with this transit because of the trine to Mars in the 7th, and Uranus in the 5th is very, like, let's say you've been learning about human sexuality, and with the sextile to Uranus in the 5th, you actually get to apply some of your knowledge in your relationship, maybe. Or you've been learning more about astrology and language, and you've been becoming more familiar with yourself, and that in turn allows your relationships to improve. Changes in the lives of siblings, changes in the lives of your like nieces and nephews are possible as well. A move, a romantic move where you're moving in with your significant other. Even pregnancy is a possibility here if that is something you've been working towards. And pregnancy could be like an actual, literal, physical, biological pregnancy, or an idea. I for sure like this a lot for little or big improvements that offer more pleasure, more joy, more romance, and more connection into your life. If you're seeking more, visit AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com and book your reading today, and sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course to decipher your natal chart, learn to understand yourself, build self-confidence, and create life full of meaning and stability. For the lovely Aquarius rising, Saturn in the 2nd house sextiles Uranus in your 4th, while trining Mars in the 6th. All of these houses are houses connected to stability on many levels. In the 2nd house, we're looking at our inner core, our confidence, our sense of self-worth, and our values. With the 4th house, it's all about family and, you know, your home. And in the 6th house, it's your health that is another resource. So I wonder if you are directing maybe your resources into your home. There could be like sort of a nice opportunity to invest into a property, invest into real estate, invest into family, maybe even invest into your health. So some kind of opportunity to reprioritize, potentially opportunity to make tangible improvements to your familial relationships, to your living situation that create more sense of security. With the trine to Mars in the 6th, it could be like a physical wellness improvements where you buy a stationary bike, or you buy weights, or you design a room in your house that is sort of, the gym, like a more kind of healthy. And another way this can play out, and there's a million ways this can play out, but another way that I'm thinking about is a chance to liberate yourself from something in the home, in the family, in the childhood that maybe has been affecting the way you think about the world and the way you live your life. So both a chance of like liberation and freedom that comes out of releasing patterns, and maybe freedom out of bringing something new into your life that allows you to feel more confident, more secure, have more health and wellness. If you're seeking more, visit AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com to sign up for my Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul course, or book your face-to-face consultation and ask me any questions you have. For my lovely Pisces rising, lovely fishies, glittery Pisces rising, Saturn in the 1st house, sextiles Uranus in the 3rd, trines Mars in the 5th. And so here you get a chance to innovate the way you speak, the way you think, the way you do your everyday life to bring more ease and better health and more kind of maybe rest into your life, right? Like Saturn has been in your 1st house for a while, so has Uranus in the 3rd, and Saturn in the 1st could have created more heaviness, more responsibility, more challenges, right? Maybe with the trine to Mars in the 5th, maybe they've been connected to your child, maybe you just recently became a parent, or there has been heavy workload, whatever it might be. And the sextile to Uranus is that sort of beacon of hope, right? It starts in your head from maybe shifting some way of thinking. Could also be about rearranging your day so you go to sleep a little bit earlier. It could be about setting time in your schedule to go dancing or go painting or do something else that your heart desires. There could be creative inspiration, or a need to invest more into your skills and hobbies and interests. And this could be romantic too, because of the trine to Mars in the 5th house. Maybe you ask out someone in your neighborhood and you kind of take a leap, take a risk. And likely it's going to be like a very sort of well thought out risk, right? With the Saturn being in the mix. But I do like it. I really like it for connecting, because first house is you and your body, right? 3rd house is your skills, your communication, your interests, and 5th house is your pleasure. So it's very much like what needs to change in your life. What technology do you need to buy? What do you need to take off your schedule? What do you need to add to your schedule to feel more like yourself, to feel more fulfilled and live life that is full of joy? Speaking of life full of joy, sign up for Natal Astrology Blueprint of the Soul, the course I'm teaching very, very soon to understand your natal chart, discover what it all means in an easy, comprehensible way, so that you can teach astrology, not teach us, I'm doing it, so that you can like read astrology charts, or even just know it well enough so you're more confident, more secure in the world that seems to lack stability and security. Find it at AnastasiaDoesAstrology.com, and you can book a reading on there as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you're excited about this aspect. I think it's always pretty cool when we have these more rare aspects. Like I said the last time, Saturn and Uranus sextile each other was in 1997. It was like May 96, November 96, March 97. And the next time they will sextile each other in 2038. So it's very rare, very fun. And we'll talk about it again when it rolls around the second time this year. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.